Bottom.
Well, I think we're at the bottom.
Bottom.
Yeah.
Here comes League One. Do. I just watched Sunderland 2, Luton Town 0. And, well, I think we're going down. And look, you can't judge a season on a game against a team in fourth position. And in reality, I have to give credit to Sunderland. I don't think they were at their best by any stretch of the imagination. To be honest, I don't think Sunderland got out of second gear all night. When Luton Town hit that self-destruct button, it's spectacular, isn't it? Look, I'll start with the positives. The first minute and a half of the first half, we looked good. The first 5 minutes of the second half, we actually came out. We played some football. We looked good. We looked good. But there's that self-destruct button. And in the first half in particular, thank God, Ruel Walters improved as the game went on, but the first half was a half for him to forget. I haven't even talked about the team news. The first half, Sunderland were always getting in where Ruel Walters should have been. There was that little bit in the first half where he passed it to McGuinness, Anderson, or tried to pass it to Joe Johnson. Went to no one, went to a Sunderland player, then it got cut back, and Walters was just stationary in no man's land. The ball was in, and I think Isidore hit it wide. That was a warning shot. And then it happened again. With the space behind Walters. And then Lefay had that chance. It was a goal. Very, very well taken goal. But again, of our own creation, we cause our own problems. And that was completely encapsulated by our second goal that we conceded. We were on top in the game at that point, and it's a routine ball, and Lamine Fanny gets it caught in his legs. He plays Isidore straight through. It was the most perfect pass that could have happened. It allowed Isidore to roll the ball across him, open up his body, and it's possibly the easiest goal that Isidore will get all season. Completely of our own creation. We created it for him. And okay, let's back up. So going to the Stadium of Light, a half-empty Stadium of Light. I honestly don't know why Sunderland fans are not going to the Stadium of Light. Well, maybe they turn up for the big games. This isn't exactly a cup final for them. But every game in a promotion push after the seasons they've had, you should be selling that out. Get 45,000 in, or however many places there are in the Stadium of Light. Everyone should be there. It was crazy looking around, and there's loads of empty seats. Well, granted, I wasn't there. And yes, Luton Town didn't take many fans this evening, but come on, let's face it. We've won once on the road all season. We've been absolutely abject all season. Fair play to every single fan that went there tonight. It's a long journey. Either you got to stay over or you get back at 5 a.m. It's a long journey. So it was a bold team selection to take to a bang-in-form Sunderland side at the Stadium of Light. I'm not a fan of the midfield too. Fanny, yes, he does a job. And he's new, he's young. Jordan Clark should not be playing in that double pivot. Should have been Marvelous Nakamba. Gives you more controlled, simple, basic passes. There was only one moment where Jordan Clark went on a run deep into the second half, and he beat 4 players on the outside, sent the ball in, a very tame ball to be sent in. And like, other than that, he's a bit of a liability defensively. Doesn't really create enough going forward. Yes, you can point to his stats and say, look at how many chances he's created, but not from the double pivot role. He really should not be the starting central midfielder in that too. Asgard, tremendous footballer. Shame we don't play enough football to get him into the game. And whenever he got the ball, he'd sort of try and play a 1-2 or cut it back to Jordan Clark. Jordan Clark would pass it straight to a Sunderland player. Right, okay, I keep getting sidetracked. The team news. Very bold to select. Well, I think between our fullbacks and our wingers, I think they might have had 10 championship appearances between them. Walters on the right, Joe Johnson on the left, Melanik Ali, Zach Nelson. And you're playing them against some really bloody good wingers and really good fullbacks. So you're really asking a lot of them. And I think Joe Johnson really came out of the game quite well. His dead ball delivery was excellent. He did as good as he could. And there were moments, especially in the second half, where he was upfield and he had the ball at his feet and he got into advanced positions. Who was there for him to pass to? There was no one. The wingers weren't playing out wide. The wingers were like drifting in field the whole time. And that brings me on to another thing. So we've had 11 days off between games. What have we worked on? I'm confused by what Luton Town have worked on in those 11 days. I know it was only 7 days of contact time that Matt Bloomfield said between games because players need days off because they're so hard worked and it's tough earning such a big wage and playing football for a job, isn't it? It's just so hard. 11 days off, and out of our 7 new signings, only 2 started. Yeah. No Isaiah Jones. Whatever this personal family issue is, I hope it's not so bad because, it'd be a shame if we don't see him before League One next season. I wonder how he'll fare in League One. And Alfie Doughty being out, he's only just come back from injury. He's got a slight hamstring strain. We are going down. There's no ifs or buts about it. Like, I know when I was saying at the beginning of the season that we looked like a team that were going to get relegated, and everyone's saying how negative I was. Like, I don't know if I even genuinely believed it. Because we looked like a team that should be getting relegated. But I always had a sort of positive thought in my head that we could pull out of it. The games are now running out. And I know I predicted 1-1. And in all fairness, if we hadn't conceded that second goal in the stupid manner that we conceded it, there was always a chance that we could have got something back in the game. But hey, that goal was conceded, and then it was just a training exercise for Sunderland. Once again, I'll just say fair play because they defended well. Joe Bellingham, especially, both ends of the field, he worked. He mucked in defensively, putting in a sublime tackle right at the end. It was sort of like reminiscent of, if you cast your mind back to the playoff semi-final, when Cody Drammer chased like really hard at the pitch and put a reducer in, and the crowd went mad. It was the same when Joe Bellingham put that reducer in on, I think Walters. Walters was pushing up. So fair play. And Enzo Lefebvre, tremendous signing. I've said it in the championship videos that I've done about the autos and the playoffs. I think Enzo Lefebvre, tremendous signing at this level. He really is. You can tell he's moved for a lot of money during his career, and it's a young career. He's early 20s, young lad. And he's a very good player. He's levels above the championship. He should be playing in the Premier League, possibly mid-table Premier League. So I don't think Sunderland will make the autos. I've said that before. Sunderland fans, come at me. I honestly think they'll make it into the playoffs. Well, I mean, won't make it into the playoffs. They'll easily make it into the playoffs just by missing out on the top two. But I think they'll be in the final or thereabouts, and then they got to make sure that they turn up for the final, because I know Sunderland aren't always the happiest in playoff finals. There's been a bit of a mixed bag there. But yeah, we didn't really trouble them today. Sunderland didn't have to get out of second gear. And now we go on to Sheffield United at home, and it's not going to be an easier challenge than the one today. I'm guessing Sheffield United will probably do the same thing as Sunderland, like score, sort of go into autopilot and just try and just roll in neutral to the final whistle. And hopefully at home we can trouble Sheffield United a bit more than we troubled Sunderland. Right, Sheffield United next. Luton bang in trouble. And after Sheffield United, we have the little matter of Plymouth Argyle, who absolutely smashed Millwall 5-1 tonight. So this relegation battle, it's not so much of a battle, is it? Well, all the other teams are having a little go, aren't they? But we're just flailing around, being rubbish. And so after Sheffield United, with Plymouth, who are resurgent, high on confidence, and then we have Watford. Watford are in bad form, but Dr. Luton will see you now. We'll sort them right out, won't we? Right. Let me know what you thought about this game today. Do you think Luton Town are going down? Sadly, it could be the case. And there'll be strong words to be had if we do go down. But look, I'm going to keep that in the bank until the end of the season if we do go down, because back-to-back relegations, they should only be happening if you're an absolute catastrophe off the pitch. And Luton Town are in the best financial position in our 140-year history. Well, almost 140-year history. Looking forward to April when Luton Town turns the big 140. Yeah. A double relegation should not even be getting thought about. It shouldn't. But hey, this is where we're at. And it looks like it is going to happen. Running out of games. Right. Remember, subscribe for even more Luton Town content. We also do championship content. And most importantly, come on, you Hatters.